What's up, everybody? Long time no see. Steve here, and today we're making a special dish called Bánh Canh Cua, which is like a Vietnamese udon noodle soup that's thickened with potato and tapioca starch, packed with shrimp, fried fish cake, quail eggs, crab meat, pork bones, and it's a very special dish in my heart because the best I've ever had was in Vietnam. All the restaurants here try to make this dish that just doesn't seem to hit the spot like it does in Vietnam, and this is the closest thing I can get to that feeling here in California. Also, first time making it for Kim, so we'll see how she likes it. All right, guys, let's start off with our annatto seed oil. So it has a very distinct color, this dish, red, orangey tint to it. So I'm gonna start off with some olive oil here and about 1 to 2 tablespoons of annatto seed. And we're gonna fry this oil so it can get that red color, that orange color that makes this dish very beautiful. A lot of people have this pre-made in their pantry, but I'm making this the day before. So bring up your oil to a low boil till you start seeing some ripples, and add your annatto seed about 2 to 3 minutes. Let it cool down, strain it, and you have this beautiful cooking oil that has a red orangey tint that is a special characteristic to this dish here. Set that aside. Next up, this is fish paste here. You can find this in the seafood department at any Asian market. Basically a bunch of fish processed with some other ingredients to form a paste. And I'm just gonna fry it here outside. Again, this is the day before. This is in some beef tallow that I'm frying it in, but you can fry it with your traditional canola oil or whatnot. But frying it gives it a special texture, a special casing that's very delicious when you bite into it. So about like 2 spoons, try to make it into a nice football shape. And we're just gonna fry these bad boys up until they're like golden brown. They're gonna puff up as so and start floating, and just kind of cook them to the desired color, deep golden brown color. Again, this is a day ahead just for prep wise. Fry these bad boys up, and they're gonna shrivel down looking like that, and set these bad boys aside. All right, next up, the broth here is flavored with pork bones. This here is a pack of pork neck bones from the Asian market. And we're gonna start off parboiling these with a little bit of vinegar to clean out the scum. You know the drill, 15, 20 minutes. And then we're gonna rinse it off with some cold water. Rinsing off all that scum, all that nonsense off our pork neck bones here, so it can guarantee a nice, clean, crystal clear broth. Most of the flavors is gonna come from the pork bones. So give it a good rinse twice. And this is our main pot here. I think we're gonna go about 6 to 8 liters. It's gonna make us about 5 to 6 bowls. So bring in some high quality H2O, and we have a nice medium sized sweet yellow onion. We're gonna get this into our main stock pot. Bring her up to a boil. And as it's coming up to a boil, there's still a little bit of scum left. So make sure to filter that out. And look how crystal clear that broth is, guys. Nice and clear. Skim it out. And we're going to let this sit for 2 hours on a low boil. Just like that. You can cover it if you want. Or leave it out. Next up, we have our beautiful annatto seed oil here. About a 1/4 cup. Got a half an onion that I diced up. And about 3 to 4 tablespoons of minced fresh garlic. And we're just going to saute this up. This is some medium dried shrimps here from the Asia market. I'm going to go with half a pack. I would say about a 1/4 cup to half a cup. Give this a nice little saute. And we're going to set this aside. Scheming. So I did this all ahead of time just to make life easier the day of you're making your final product. So, all right, after 2 hours, we're going to take out our pork bones from our main broth. Boom, as you see here, flavored with that pork bone broth, that onion, same broth, bring it up to a boil, and we're going to add our shrimp head on, shell on, and we're going to boil this for about 2 to 3 minutes. After 2 to 3 minutes, take out our shrimp, and we're going to peel and deshell our shrimp, set aside under cold water. But do not throw the shells and the head away. We're going to add that back to our main broth. It's going to add a little bit more color from the guts of the head, and it's going to add a lot more natural sweetness. Add a little bit more high quality H2O and let that rock for another 1 to 2 hours. And then we're going to take everything out. No waste. Right now, everything in there is all natural flavors. No seasoning yet. About 4 hours of heat time so far. 2 hours for the neck bones, 2 hours for the shells. And obviously you can adjust accordingly to your schedule. We're just cooking here, guys. Go with the flow. Go with your feel. At least 1 to 2 hours. Don't waste any of that good juice. Get that back into the main broth. And I also took out the yellow onion at this point. That thing's been going for 4 hours. And look at that. You can see that orange tint from the shells, from the head. Next up, we're going to add our flavor bomb. This is the annatto oil that we sauteed the onions, the garlic, and our dried shrimp in. This thing is full of umami. Add that to your main broth and bring it to a boil. And on the side here, I got 2 tablespoons of potato starch, 1 tablespoon of tapioca starch, and we're going to dissolve it in some room temperature water until you get a nice slurry. Make sure there's no clumps. And this is what we're going to use to thicken our beautiful broth. All right, first seasoning, 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon of mushroom seasoning, MSG or chicken powder, whichever one you have. And then I'm going to hit it about 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. And that's it. This is all the seasoning we really need because everything else was so flavorful already that we've done up until this point. All right, we got our soup blender here directly into the pot. And we're going to blend this bad boy up all the way. We're going to pulverize those onions, those garlic, those baby shrimps. We're going to pulverize it so the broth becomes one. So you get very tiny chunks of the shrimp. And basically the onions and the garlic are non-existent. Pure flavor, pure umami. And this is the trick here, guys. Soup blender. Once you get everything blended nice and smooth, we're going to slowly IV drip our starch slurry in. Sorry, 2 hands here. It's covering the camera. And blend that bad boy up. And that's going to thicken that broth. It's going to blend that shrimp and all the flavor into one beautiful unit. And as you can see, there's some foam. This is from the shrimp, the scum from the baby shrimps. Just scoop her off here, and you'll be left with a nice, beautiful, silky Bánh Canh broth. So you can go less on the starch or you can go more. I like it kind of in the middle, not too thick. But in Vietnam, certain places are super thick. Certain places are much thinner. I think this is, I would say, a medium texture. I would say on the heavier side would be more of like a hot and sour Chinese soup. That's pretty thick. But some places do serve it like that. And then I have a little bit left of that red annatto seed oil that I'm going to add to the broth to bring it up a notch in that color, in that tone. Look at that. It's a nice vibrant red, nice vibrant orange. Absolutely gorgeous. You know, we eat with our eyes first. So you got to make this dish pretty. And as you can see, it's starting to thicken up from that slurry. No chunks. Just let that sit. And our broth is ready to rock, guys. Let's prep a little bit of our proteins over here. This is jalo, Vietnamese pork ham. You see this a lot in Vietnamese cuisines, in our bún bò Huế, in our bánh mì. This is like a staple in Vietnamese cuisine. We add it to everything just for that extra texture, extra protein hit. So I'm just going to quarter these up. And this is our mies. That's just some crab meat that I got from the Asian market. They sell that at Costco. Just get nice, beautiful crab meat. We got our pork neck bones. We have our quail eggs, shrimp, our pork ham, and our fried fish cake. So let's make a bowl here, guys. Udon noodles at the Asian market. We have a Vietnamese style udon that's made heavily with tapioca. I'll plug the link below on the brand. I forgot to get a shot of it. Or if you're in this, can't find it, you can use Japanese udon here. So I like to prep each bowl, heat it up individually so we can make sure everything is hot, dances together. So bring that up with the noodles inside. As I prep my green onions and cilantro, we're going to add our quail eggs. We're going to add our jalo, pork ham, and we're going to add our fried fish cake. Don't forget that pork neck bone. Bring it up to a boil. Add your crab meat accordingly. Get her nice and hot. And so everything is boiling as one before we serve. All the proteins, all the noodles dancing together. And this is Kim's first time eating it. I garnished it with some cilantro, some green onions. Tasting the broth, we get a little nod. She's like, ooh, the crab. So she tastes the crab. She likes the texture of the noodles. She's identifying this fish cake. She doesn't know what it is. And it's a hit. Look at that. She really likes the fried fish cake that I fried in beef tallow. Good texture, good flavor. No flavor of like the old oil from frying it in the beef tallow. You got the quail eggs, you got the shrimp, and you got that tender pork neck bone in there. And yeah, guys, this is Bánh Canh Cua. It's been a minute. I'm trying to do more long format videos. But thank you for watching. I hope you guys make some Bánh Canh. I love